Hi, I'm Chris. You might have seen some other yoga videos. Before you start this one, consider maybe a check on your health first, the physical activity readiness questionnaire, the PARQ. Make sure that you're fit and healthy, that you're not going to be injured. This one's a little bit more challenging than some of the other ones that I've put out there. We're going to start off with a nice little warm-up, and this is based on the Warrior 2 series. So we're just going to do one sun salutation with a few amendments, just to warm the body before we go into the little series that I enjoy so much. So when you're ready, we will start. Stand at the front of the mat, feet about hip width apart, arms by the side, fingers reaching down towards the floor, chin parallel looking forward. Tip the pelvis back, so really tip that pelvis back, tuck the tailbone under, inhale, reach up, a nice gentle back bend. Exhale all the way down, hands to shins, inhale half lift, exhale fold, hands nice and wide, right foot goes back, knee down, release the toes. Let's do 3. So coming back, keeping the toes pushed into the floor, just getting these ankles worked. That was 1, there's 2, keeping the toes pressed down. And then on the third one, we're going to rock back on the heel, perhaps move the hands back, get a gentle stretch in the hamstring, come forward, toe back onto the floor, place the hands, step back into plank. From plank, take an inhale. As we exhale, lower the knees, the chest and the chin. Sweep the hands down, push the legs into the floor, lengthen the spine, inhale and lift. We're going to do 3, exhale and down, inhale and lift, exhale and down, inhale and lift, lengthen that spine, exhale and down, hands under shoulders, push all the way back into child's pose, a nice gentle stretch over the top, inhale all the way up into downward facing dog. Separating those feet, get nice and comfortable, find some movement in downward dog. I quite like taking an inhale, coming up on the toes, exhale coming down, inhale up on the toes, exhale down. It might be that you like just independently just moving the heels up and down, just doing some gentle heel raises, just to get those legs and feet warmer. Take an inhale, look up, step the right leg forward, back knee on the floor, release the toes, come back. Let's do 3 again. Keep those toes planted on the mat. For the second one, toes stay planted. For the third one, we're going to come back on the heel, the hands come back, a nice gentle stretch on the hamstring. Inhale forward, step straight through into a half lift, exhale fold, bend the knees, come down, reach for the side wall, reach for the ceiling, all the way up to the top, gentle back bend, exhale all the way down. Reset, make sure you're nice and comfortable, tip the pelvis, tuck the tailbone under, inhale up, a gentle back bend, exhale all the way down, hands to shins, inhale half lift, exhale down, hands nice and wide, left foot back this time, knee down, release the toes. So let's just come straight back this time, rocking on the heel. Again, we're going to do 3, just a little bit deeper than before. So there's the second one. And then the third one, just nice and steady, nice and gentle, just staying in that nice edge, not pushing anything too far today as we step back into plank. Lower the knees, the chest, the chin, concertina the body. Sweep the hands to the hips, pull the shoulders down. Inhale, reach the legs, reach the upper body. Exhale down. Inhale, lift the upper body, lengthen the legs, crown of the head away, the feet away. The last one, inhale up, exhale down. Hands under shoulders, push back into child's pose. Get a lovely stretch on the upper back all the way through, really good for your back. Find some movement. Tuck the toes under, reach all the way up into downward facing dog. As opposed to sleeping dog, Lola's watching carefully. And again, just find some movement that works for you with downward dog. Push into the fingertips. Push each of the knuckles into the floor, particularly on the index finger, thumb side of the hand. Much safer for the wrists. When you're ready, I'm going to take an inhale. We're going to step that left leg forward. Back knee down, release the toes. And again, we're going to do 3 coming all the way back and then forward, nice and easily, nice and steady, gentle range of motion, just getting that gentle stretch on the muscles. Here's the third one. So then we're going to step straight through into a half lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, bend the legs, reach the arms to the side, all the way up to the top. Exhale, down. So we're going to inhale all the way to the top, tilting that pelvis. Exhale as we come all the way down, hands to the floor. Keep the hands nice and wide, something different for you. Standing splits, right leg's going to come up first. Crown of the head towards the floor, and just take it as far as is comfortable for you. If it suits, you can put the hands onto the leg, or you can just keep them on the floor for balance, whichever works. Bringing that knee in, and then we're going to step back into Warrior Two. So we've got this back foot angled, the heel in line with the instep. Push the arms out, push the hands down for Warrior Two, look out over the front hand. If you've got neck problems, just look forward, it's gentle on the neck. And let's do 3 again. So we're going to inhale, straighten the legs, reach as if you're squeezing a ball. Exhale as if you're pushing down on something. Inhale, squeeze the ball, crush the ball. Exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down, and hold this time. Hold at that end position. Back hand reaches down the leg, the front one reaches up to the ceiling. Look up towards the fingers. As we exhale, come down, take that forearm onto the thigh, reach the hand over the top, look up towards the fingers if it feels comfortable for you. Push into the outside edge of that back foot. Inhale that one all the way back for Warrior Two. And we're going to pivot on the back leg for a high lunge, crescent lunge. So pivot on the back leg as we find this lovely deep lunge. Pull the shoulders down from the ears, reach the hands high. We're going to go to Warrior Three, so pivot on the front foot as we push away. Got too many things in my way here. So lengthen that leg, lengthen the hands away. And then when you're ready, we're going to take that back foot down again, come back up for that nice high lunge, and then up into Warrior Two. So we're finding Warrior Two, keeping this knee pushed out so it tracks the toes. Take an inhale. As we exhale, the front hand down onto the floor, the other hand to the hip I prefer. Lift this top shoulder up, lengthen the spine. The left hand here on the floor reaches behind the back, and we can either hold the fingers or the wrist wherever it suits. Take an inhale, lengthen the spine up and away. Push into that back foot. So 60% of the weight's on the front leg and the rest is still on that back leg. Take an inhale. As we exhale, sweep around into a lovely long lizard. So just move around a little bit, find some space in lizard. Find something nice and comfortable. Keeping the weight in the right hand, the inside hand is going to sweep all the way to the top. Exhale down, and I like to reach through. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up and hold. And as we come down, the hand onto the thigh, we're going to have a little look behind us. Just open up the body, open up the hips. And then when you're ready, you're going to take the hands down to the floor and we're going to step through. And as we step through, let's bring that leg in so the feet are hip width apart. Back into chair. Inhale the hands up as we find chair, and then take a nice big inhale as we come all the way up to the top. Give the body a nice little shake. So we're going to do the same thing for the other side. So standing nice and tall, shoulders back and down, fingers reaching towards the floor. Tip the pelvis first. Inhale, a gentle back bend. Exhale as we come down. Hands nice and wide. Left foot's going to come up into the air this time. So nice and high with that foot. Find the balance. If it suits you, you can hold on to the leg. Otherwise, keep those hands nice and balanced on the floor to help with the standing splits. When you're ready, we're going to push back into warrior two. We've got this nice line running through the instep of the foot. Push the hands out, keep this knee tracking out, looking out over the front hand. Inhale as we reach up, squeezing a ball. Exhale, push down as if you're resisting the air. Inhale up, exhale down. Let's do one more. Inhale up, exhale down. Finding warrior two. Reverse warrior, hand down the back, lifting the hand, looking up towards the hand. Exhale, take that forearm onto the thigh, and then reaching over the top, looking up through to the hand. Again, just look forward if that's too much for the neck. Take an inhale, come back up to warrior two. And then from warrior two, we're going to pivot into that high lunge. So a nice deep pivot, pull the shoulders down the back, reach the hands nice and tall. And then we go to warrior three. So pivot on the front leg, push the hands away, push the foot away. Find that balance. And it's okay to wobble. I'm very wobbly this morning. When you're ready then, take that foot back down, find that nice high lunge. And again, into warrior two. So from warrior two, take an inhale. The front hand goes down towards the instep. You can use a book or a block if you want. Just put it on the instep to help with the height. When you're ready, reach this one through to the back. Reach your other hand through, take hold of the hands or the wrists. Lengthen the spine as we reach the body up and away. Take an inhale. As we exhale, take the hands to the floor for lizard. A nice deep stretch into lizard. Find some movement. Make sure you're nice and comfortable in lizard. If you want to put the back knee down, feel free. So we're going to put the weight into the left hand, the right hand, inhale it up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up and hold. Reaching nice and tall, lengthening the spine, reaching up that arm, and then bringing that hand all the way back down. So have a little shuffle around so you can get nice and comfortable, and stepping up and through for chair. So hips down, keep those legs bent, inhale, hands up for chair pose, and then standing up with an inhale, sweeping the arms back and down. Take a nice big inhale. As we exhale, let's take those feet wider and come all the way down into a Hindu squat. Again, if you need to use a block to sit on, feel free. Just finding a nice relaxed pose in that one. Then that heart rate come down, letting the body settle, letting the breathing slow down. Then taking those hands to the floor, work your way down to seated. Feet flat on the floor, arms out to the front. Take an inhale for Navasana, the boat. Lift the shoulders up and back, lengthen the spine. If you want to, we can take the feet up off the floor, it's up to you. Take the feet anywhere you want. Hold that tummy, keep the back nice and long. Don't allow it to round. Take an inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to head down to the floor. From the floor, bringing those knees in. Get nice and comfortable. Perhaps your hands can just touch the feet. So you're about sort of 12 inches between the knees, the same between the feet, about hip width apart. Take an inhale. As we exhale, push the spine into the floor. Tuck the pelvis under. And lift up a vertebrae at a time into bridge. Keep the weight on the shoulders, shuffle the shoulders in, squeeze the shoulder blades together as we lift up into bridge. Either keep the hands on the floor or interlace the fingers, reach the hands down towards the toes, towards the heels, and lift in bridge. There shouldn't be any weight on the head or the neck. And try to keep the nose towards the ceiling. Try not to turn the head at all in bridge. It's not a very safe thing to do. Take an inhale. As we exhale, a vertebrae at a time from the shoulders, working your way down the spine, pushing each one in to the floor. Bringing the knees into the chest. Bring the legs together and maybe find a bit of rocking. See if you can take the sacrum down onto the floor, that little flat bit at the lower bit of the pelvis. Then when you're ready, taking the arms into crucifix. Keeping the knees tucked up, take an inhale, and as we exhale, drop both to the right hand side. Inhale them up and to the left hand side with an exhale. Inhale them up to the right with an exhale. Inhale up to the left with an exhale. Inhale up, and this time as we go to the right, as we exhale down to the right, we're going to leave them there. Take the right hand perhaps and just place it on the top of the leg and just encourage, just gently, that knee to come down. If it doesn't want to come down, it's fine. If you want, you can look to the left. If you've got any neck problems, then perhaps not. In a class, I might stay for a little bit longer with these final stretches, but on a video I tend to be a little bit quicker, so feel free to do these as long as you want. Release the hands, bring the left up by itself, the right up by itself, and then drop both off with an exhale to the left hand side. Again, if you want to, left hand on top of the thigh, and turn the head to the right if you want, or just leave it looking up, it really doesn't matter. Notice the breathing, notice the heart rate. Allow the face to relax. So when you're ready, release that one. Bring the right leg up by itself, the left leg by itself. Bring both in towards the body. Feel that gentle stretch. And then for Shavasana, if you've got lower back problems, take the feet to the width of the mat and allow them to collapse in on themselves. And remain in that position. Or if you've got a wall, just put the feet up the wall, resting on the wall so you don't have to have any effort at all, which is quite nice to do. So just put the feet against the wall. Put the bottom quite close to the bottom of the wall, which is quite nice. I'm going to go for the more classic and put both heels towards the outside edges of the mat. Just shuffle, make sure you're comfortable. Tuck the shoulders under, take the palms towards the ceiling, the arms away from the body. Tuck the chin in towards the chest, squeeze the shoulders in towards each other. Take a big inhale through the nose and just exhale through the mouth. And allow the body just to soften into the mat. Allow the face to relax, the eyes to relax. The skin around the eye sockets, around the forehead and the hairline just to soften. The jaw to relax. The teeth might be separate, the tongue on the roof of the mouth. Allow the tension to go from the jaw, from the head, from the neck. Allow the chest to just fall open, the shoulders just to spread wider on the mat, and the arms just to relax. Allow the weight of the hands and the fingers to bring them down towards the floor. Allow the tummy and the lower back to relax. the hips and the legs. And notice how the legs just roll out towards the outside, how the hips go wider as the legs and the feet just roll towards the outside, the tension disappearing. Imagine your body's the weight of a stone, just dropping through water. Stay here as long as you want. It's quite nice to do a full 5 minutes. But again, for the sake of the video, I'm going to come out a little bit early. So perhaps if you're doing this at home, put some nice music on before you start and allow yourself just to completely relax in Shavasana at the end. When you come to the end of Shavasana, take the legs together, take the arms, reach the arms overhead, and then inhale, push the feet away, push the hands away, lengthen the body. Exhale, bring the legs into the body, hands over the top, holding onto the shins, squeeze in towards the body. And then when you're ready, maybe just rocking side to side for a little bit. And then the heart fills from the right hand side, so rolling over onto the right hand side in a sort of fetal position. And remaining in a fetal position for a few breaths, maybe 2 or maybe half a dozen breaths. Then when you're ready, using the left hand to push yourself back up to seated. I'll use a block. And finding a comfortable seated position. Legs crossed or legs out to the front, it really doesn't matter. Find what's comfortable for you and what feels good for you. So find that nice comfortable seated position. Hands either on the thighs or wherever's comfortable for you to sit. I'm Chris, thank you for joining me for that short yoga session. Perhaps add that to one of the slightly easier ones that I've already put on there. Thank you very much. Namaste.